Have you ever noticed all the people who help make your neighborhood a great place to live? In the heart of bustling Harmonyville, a little pigeon named Piper perched atop the town hall clock. With a miniature microphone clutched in her wing, she was the sole reporter for the neighborhood news network. Piper's mission was to report on all the important things happening around town, but her biggest story was proving to be a challenge. She was trying to write an article titled Harmonyville's Heroes, but she was struggling to find out what all the heroes did when they weren't busy being heroic. She wanted to do it all herself, without any help, to show she was a real professional reporter. She first tried to follow Barnaby, the mail carrier. Barnaby was a Bernese mountain dog with a deep rumbling bark that sounded like a cozy fireplace. As he trotted along, a letter fell from his bag. Piper, swift as a gust of wind, swooped down and picked it up. She wanted to give it back, but a little voice in her head said, "A good reporter doesn't get involved, just observe." So she just watched as Barnaby turned around. His big head drooped sadly as he realized the letter was gone. He retraced his steps, looking concerned. He finally saw it on the ground and let out a sigh of relief. Piper felt a little flutter of shame in her heart. She didn't help. Next, she decided to get the scoop on Dr. Anya, the kind doctor with the flower-covered stethoscope. Piper saw a little kitten, no bigger than a teacup, sitting on a bench with a scraped paw. The kitten was whimpering softly. Dr. Anya was on her way to a meeting, but she stopped. She knelt down and spoke to the kitten in a calm, gentle voice. Piper quickly jotted down notes, thinking this was her chance to write about how a doctor fixed a problem. But Dr. Anya didn't use a bandage or medicine. Instead, she gently stroked the kitten's head and whispered, "Brave little one, you are so strong. That scrape will heal with a little rest and a lot of courage." The kitten seemed to understand, and its purr began to rumble. Piper was confused. Where's the big medical scoop? She wondered. She didn't realize a kind word was the most powerful medicine of all. Her final mission was to observe Leo, the town's firefighter. He was a brave lion with a bright red helmet and a roar that could clear a path for his fire truck. Piper saw Leo on his day off, helping Mrs. Higgins, a little sparrow, get a kite unstuck from a tree. This wasn't a fire. Piper sighed. She watched as Leo carefully climbed the tree, his strong paws gripping the branches. He carefully untangled the string and handed the kite back to a very happy Mrs. Higgins. "A firefighter just helps with kites now?" Piper muttered to herself. She didn't understand that being a hero wasn't just about the big, flashy things like fighting fires, but also about helping a neighbor with a small problem. Piper flew back to her perch, feeling defeated. Her story wasn't working out because the heroes of Harmonyville weren't doing the heroic things she expected. Just then, Barnaby arrived, carrying a mailbag full of letters and packages. He looked up at her and smiled. "Is everything all right, Piper?" he asked kindly. "You seem a little down." Piper confessed her problem. "I just don't understand," she said. "The heroes of our town aren't doing big, heroic things. They're just helping with little problems." Barnaby chuckled, his fur rumbling softly. "Ah, but that's the secret, little reporter. That's what being a hero is all about. Dr. Anya helps with a kind word, a gentle hand. Leo helps with a strong paw, a quiet moment of calm. We all help with what we have to give. I help by making sure everyone gets their news in their cards. You, with your network, can help by sharing stories and important news. Piper's eyes widened. She realized she had been so focused on what she thought a hero should be that she hadn't seen what they really were. A collection of caring people, each doing their part no matter how big or small. She realized that she, too, could be a part of the community by helping others, not just reporting on them. With a newfound purpose, Piper flew down and landed right on Barnaby's shoulder. "Thank you, Barnaby," she said. "You just gave me the best story idea ever." From that day on, Piper's news reports didn't just tell what happened. They told stories of kindness, of small moments that made a big difference, and she wasn't afraid to get involved anymore. She learned that a true community is a web of people who help each other, and the strongest connections are the ones you build when you lend a wing, a paw, or a hand. So, what do you think they'll find when they finally climb that magical mountain of books? And that's the end of this adventure, but a new one is always just around the corner. Subscribe to Storiella so you don't miss it.